everyone. I am Angie Zalastowski and I'm coming to you from Virginia Beach, Virginia. What we're going to prep today is our Tuscan beef stew. It's one of my favorite meals because I love a slow cooker meal that smells, the whole house smells amazing. But it's another one of my favorite meals to prep because everything goes in one bag. You dump everything in. So simple and tasteful. So the first thing I have done is I labeled a gallon bag Tuscan beef stew. I've also labeled the bag. It says slow cooker. It's going to help me in the freezer remember the cooking method I use when I go to take it out. I have a bowl here that I'm going to stand up my bag in. That way I don't spill anything all over my counter. And if I do, it's spilled in the bowl, then I can just use it anyway and not waste anything. So I have all my ingredients here. I do have a jar of artichoke hearts that I've already have draining. So if you have not drained your artichokes yet, no problem, go ahead and do that now. It said to cut them in half, but the artichokes that I bought were already quartered, so I did not need to cut mine. You also will need a jar of mushrooms. I actually bought a can of mushrooms, so I did drain those as well. I have a can of diced tomatoes, which I've opened, not drained, but ready to go. And I have a small little cute bottle of red wine. The red wine for this meal is optional, so if you don't have it, no problem. If you do have it, we're going to use 4 ounces of this. And then I have our featured product, our dried tomato and garlic pesto mix. We're going to use 3 tablespoons of this. What you will notice is I don't have any measuring spoons for this one, so or measuring devices. So 3 tablespoons of dried tomato garlic pesto mix. I'm going to use the cap. If you didn't know, our cap is 2 tablespoons. So we're going to use a cap and a half of seasoning when it comes time to add that. Just a helpful little hint so we don't have to wash any more dishes than we need to. Okay, so the very first step is add everything to the bag, all of our ingredients. So let's go right down the ingredient list. The first is 1.5 pounds of beef stew meat. I'm going to use my Tastefully Simple scissors, and if you haven't used these or seen these, they're amazing. It has a little case, you pull it right out. It is magnetic, so I always know where my scissors are on the side of my fridge. And I keep them high so my kids can't reach them, so that way I do know where they're at. So these scissors are great kitchen scissors to have. So I'm going to cut open my stew meat. I do have 1.5 pounds of stew meat, and I'm going to dump it right in the bag, ready to go. Put that right in the trash can. It's in the bag. The next thing on our list is 3 tablespoons of dried tomato and garlic pesto. Remember, that's a cap and a half, so right over the bag, I'm going to measure 1.5 capfuls of seasoning. Then it is for the artichoke hearts. They're already drained, so I'm going to dump those right in. If your family likes artichokes, add more. If your family doesn't like artichokes, add less. Same thing with the mushrooms. I'm going to dump them right in. If your family doesn't like mushrooms, you can add them, skip them if you would like, or if they do, you can add more. It's a great thing about our recipes is you can customize each recipe to your family's preferences. Next is a can of petite diced tomatoes. And again, that is juice and all right in there. Okay, and then if you are using wine, you're going to use 4 ounces. So this cute little bottle is 6 ounces. So I'm not going to use all of it. I'm going to use about 4 ounces. So I'll save about 2 ounces in the jar. What should I do with this? Or in the bottle, What should I do with this? Makes meal prep so much faster and more enjoyable. Put the little lid on that and save that one for later. So now in our jar, we have our beef stew, our artichokes, our mushrooms, our tomatoes, and our seasoning. And that's it. The only ingredient that's left on there is the cream cheese, which you will not need until you go to make this meal. So I'm going to zip it up, get all that air out. And then I like to double bag my freezer meals. So I'm just going to place this in another bag. I already wrote on the one bag, on the inside bag, what it is, so I don't need to write anything on this outside bag. And we're good to go. Tuscan beef stew. So simple to prepare and just as simple to cook. You're going to put it right in your slow cooker and forget about it. Enjoy this meal, and I hope you've enjoyed prepping. Have a great day.